Howdy y'all, and welcome to Lex Lives. Next time we play a little Minecraft. Alright, today's not a normal episode. I saw the big announcement for ray tracing Minecraft, and, I haven't really played with a lot of shaders. It looks pretty, the ray tracing looks pretty cool, and, I will probably attempt to give that a gander when it comes out. And attempt. I've got the RTX, 2080 Super, so I obviously can do the ray tracing. But I was like, oh man, it's only for the Bedrock edition, and I don't play the Bedrock edition. I play the Java edition. And I'm like, so what do they got on here for shaders? And so this is Minecraft with shaders. So I managed to get a copy of my world loaded with shaders. It took me a little bit because I have different folders for my various Minecraft versions, and I didn't tell this profile. Get back. Woof. You are shiny. Woof. That was one shiny spider. So there are. Oh, that guy was lit up. Um, and so it took me a little while to figure out why my saves weren't showing up. But it is nighttime. I wanted to see what it looked like at nighttime with all the torches. I do have the torches turned up. That's the one thing I'm not sure I like about the shaders, is that I don't feel like the torches give off enough light. And so these are not torches here. These are glowstone blocks. Um, but it's I don't know, the lighting on it is weird to me. And so the intensity is like too high color wise, but it's not giving off enough light. And so down here doesn't look too bad. Um, Although, like I said, the intensity is a little too high on some of these blocks, and the light it's giving off is a little too yellow, I guess. Now over here at the bridge, man, I'll tell you what, it does look pretty cool lit up this way, but the over here at the bridge is dangerous. These are giving off the same yellow, so obviously it's not block specific. Because the bridge here is lit up with sea lanterns, which you'd think would give off more of a white light. I guess it's a little. No, I can't tell. I can't tell. Nope, nope, nope. Need to get some street lights out here, brighten this place up a little bit. But it's hard to tell with the settings the way they are, what's lit up and what's not. Because what is it, like seven spaces from a torch is lit up, and so if I put down a torch, okay, first we gotta find a spot that's big enough. The water's pretty cool. And I'm using Optifine and Seuss. Seuss Renewed. I think that's what I've got loaded here. Now the Seuss guy is doing a non-ray tracing version of ray tracing. I just need a spot where it's a little open and a little dark. This will do it right here, I think. So I put down a torch, right? And a torch is supposed to do 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess it's pretty close right now. But this is with the shaders, the shader options with the lighting turned way up. I've got the light fall off at 8. It's default at 1, and I think the light intensity is still normal, but the fall off is at 8. And it's seriously, it defaults at 1. Like, let me see where it's at in here. Nope. I did turn off motion blur because I hate motion blur. Oh no, I do have the torches at 2. Let's see if we can brighten them up at 3 a little bit here. What was that? Is that a spider? Yeah, it must be. So it's a little better at 3, brightness-wise. Oh, it might be too much at 3? I don't know. The weird glass. Is this green? Do I have this normally as green? I thought it was blue. It's very green. Alright, let's go make it daytime so I can stop messing around. Oh, we should see the vehicles out here. Whoa. Look at that. The headlights are on that car over there. That's for sure. Alright, let's take a nap here. Oh no! Hurry, there's a zombie coming in the door after me. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Get out of here. Ow. Now I'm on fire. Wow. A lot of zombies following me here. I don't like it. So daytime looks pretty awesome. While I don't think the torches work very well, daytime seems to work great. And I do... Oh, I like the way the torches look. I kind of like the way the torches look. I kind of don't. But you can see all the nice shadows and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. I just wish it was a little... like, you can see my shadows. I just wish the torches were a little better. Now the ray tracing, the fake ray tracing shader is not available unless you pay for it currently. And so when it gets into release, I think he said, then you'll be able to download it. But it's currently I think you gotta pay like $10 to get it. I don't want to pay for it. Especially since it's something I don't know if I'm going to keep. This is not my actual game world because I didn't know how this would affect my actual game world. This is a copy of my game world. Ugh. And that's why we're just looking around at how the shaders play out. I like it. if I played on just a static version, I think that I would totally play with shaders. I don't play on a static version though, and so that's not it's not gonna happen. I just wanted to check it out for one episode. Ooh, somebody left. I'm trying to gain XP. I'm leaving it behind. Now, I don't know what settings there are for Optifine itself. I've used Optifine occasionally. There are some things that it does that I have taken advantage of in the past, especially with shader packs, or not shader packs. Obviously, I've got it installed for the shader packs. Lava is very bright. For texture packs, because there's some settings in texture packs that don't work in vanilla Minecraft. Although I think that's changed. I don't know. I was very surprised because I'm used to installing Forge before I install other mods, and so I installed Forge, and then I moved uh, the Optifine folder into mods and the shader pack into shaders, and then I load it up and it says Optifine is not compatible with Forge. And I'm like, what? Since when? It's been a long time since I used Optifine. So Optifine, I at the moment for whatever reason installs itself, and so this is not a Forge moddable game at the moment. I mean, it might be if you know what you're doing. Oh, I forgot that I put water in here. Now that is cool. I like that. Very cool. Get away, sheep. Uh, yeah. I didn't want to do too much today. I smashed my hand up, and so I can't really play too much because my finger is killing me. Um, I I let the dog out, right? I was the only one home this weekend, sort of, and um, so the dog goes out the door, and he won't do his business pretty much unless you stand there with him. And so I gotta go out the door with him. We're standing out there, come back in, close the door. Well, in the process of him and the cats running around, they managed to drag this uh, stuffed plushy Rapunzel doll next to the door, and so when I closed the door, her hair closed in the door, and so I'm like, all right, so gotta take care of that. And so I opened the door. Hey, hey, that guy wasn't even interested in attacking me. Um, and so ooh, I want to see what this looks like. So I don't think I have a way into the Nether. Oh man, look at that. That is cool. That looks so cool. I like the fog that it's got going, and then the hot spots from the fire and the glowstone. That is awesome. Oh, I do have glass on me. Why would you do that? You just gotta take out this one and this one. Also, I have a Silk Touch pickaxe I could have just installed. Oh man. Oh wow. That looks awesome. If I put a torch in my hand, I'll get torchlight too. Which is cool, but I don't like the way it works for like caving. Caving is not good. Okay, that's a block, a block, a block, a block. Okay. Just wasn't sure I could get down here without. Dang it. I don't need you messing up my stuff. That is so cool looking. Well, not the stupid guy who's gonna ruin my afternoon here. Dude, I gotta get out of here before he blows stuff up. Okay. Where did I... Here we go. And, so I opened the door, and I put my left hand on the door frame. I really like the way the nether portal looks, too. And so, with the hand on the door frame, I kicked the Rapunzel doll out of the door, and then our door is sticky, that particular door, and so you have to really slam it. Not slam it, but you have to push it hard to get it to close. And so I grabbed it with my right hand, I put some oomph into it, and I shoved it closed really hard. Right onto my finger, which was the last bit of your finger. I don't know what that's called. Not the tip of my finger, but everything from the front knuckle forward was hanging over the edge of the door frame and part of the middle finger. So my index finger and part of my middle finger were hanging over the edge and got shut in the door. The door didn't completely shut, but whew, my finger is so sore today. So last episode that I did, since I didn't have internet last weekend, if I remember correctly, I was going to, or was that last weekend when I was going to put in the... No, I think it was last... I don't remember. I don't think I put up a video on Sunday, and then my other video was the other one because I couldn't get on to upload anything, so... Yeah, I think it's been a couple weeks, but I did get on here. I was confused as to, oh, I forgot. You can't see it, but I've got a glass pillar here. I was like, why can't I go through there? Because there's a glass pillar that's invisible with Optifine. So, what was that noise? Must have been the horses. So, anyways, I was confused about how this works. Like, I knew how it worked, but I forgot. And so I was thinking that there were two different blocks that you do, or there was one block with bubbles going different ways, but it's actually two different blocks. And so I did find my magma block and the soul sand block that you do the other side of this with. So instead of taking the ladder up and down now, I take the express water elevator, although I don't have it lit up very well. And so you just step into it, And it counts as an air column as well. So there's my magma block. So when a magma block is underneath of a surface or a surface block, wow. When a magma block is underneath a source block, it creates bubbles in it that are pulled toward the magma block. And so every source block, and it is source blocks all the way to the top, one bucket at a time, because I couldn't figure out how to get them in there otherwise. Then you get air bubbles pulling down. Now, soul sand does the opposite of that. Soul sand pulls you up. Why do I have this little... Oh, because water was spilling out and I didn't like it. That's... and so I had to do this to stop the water. I had to do this to stop the water. It was crazy. There was a lot of water everywhere. And so the soul sand goes the opposite way. And if I need to, I can jump out. I don't need to, though, because my poor squid farm doesn't work anymore. Although I do have squid sacks in here that I might occasionally need. And then I'll shoot you all the way back to the surface. So I like it. I like it. It stops me from having to go up and down that ladder. Just gotta remember to step out before the bottom. So like I said, that is from my actual game. This isn't something I built on here. I don't want to build anything on here because this is not my actual thing. I just wanted to jump on and look at shaders. So I think the ray tracing thing is gonna be cool. I just wish they had it for the Java version. From what I read, they can't do it for the Java version because the Java version uses OpenGL. And they would need to redo the Java version using Vulkan for their graphics to be able to support ray tracing. OpenGL does not support ray tracing, which makes sense because of what OpenGL is. OpenGL comes from a day when they had... okay, so I've been in gaming on computers since the early 90s. And so there was a time where games were hardware specific. And so I mean, I guess technically right now we have that again with the ray tracing, but not really the same. And so, because ray tracing, you just turn it on or off, and so if it's off, it's off. You still play the game. But there was a time where they had hardware-specific games, and so the rendering coding basically between NVIDIA and wow, I'm drawing a blank. What's the other one called? AMD. What's AMD's? Radeon. It was Radeon, right? So the difference between NVIDIA and Radeon, I think it was Radeon, was kind of in that, and so you would have some things that only worked in one and not the other. And so OpenGL was supposed to be the answer to that. It was when we switched from just 2D games to 3D, not 3D as in VR, but 3D as in like what this is right now versus like a side scroller. So when they started switching over to that, the 3D graphics was an issue, and so I remember having a a video card um, that had it was I want to say Matrox, VFX something, and so I had games that would only run on that card, and not that card, but only on that company's cards, and that was right when 3D gaming first started coming out, and so OpenGL was part of that. OpenGL is just a universal way to do 3D graphics, um, and to my understanding, anyways. And so, and it's open source, so anybody can work with it. And so, what's happened though is that there are things that are starting to be done that OpenGL is not coded to do, and so Vulkan is the potential replacement for it that supports some of these new technologies. And so, anyways, that's what I read, was that if they want to do the ray tracing in Java, they would have to swap to Vulkan, which require a rewrite of Java. And then I also read that they're currently rewriting the Java anyways, so maybe they'll get ray tracing in. But when the path tracing, which is similar to the ray tracing but doesn't use the special processors that are in the ray tracing video cards. That's the trick. There's a way to do the same thing that ray tracing does, but the only difference is that ray tracing uses specialized processors, and then path tracing, which looks very similar, does not. And so path tracing can work on more cards that don't necessarily do actual processor-based ray tracing. They just use, it's very much more intensive is the issue, and so but yeah, I'll probably check this out again when Seuss gets his path tracing shaders out. It looks cool. I could totally play this way, I guess. If I did play this way, I would definitely be tweaking the torches, because they're just not quite right for me. There are other shaders out there. I could play around for other shaders. I guess there's some texture packs that work really well with it. Ooh, somebody died here. I do like the way the grass looks with it. But yeah, we were talking about gaming, but we were talking about consoles. I think Thursday I hung out on Fret's stream, Mr. M. Fretwell's stream. We game together every Monday at 4 in the afternoon. Fret and Fit. That's another guy we play with, Fitmit, and myself. Currently playing through Borderlands 2. We're on the DLCs at the moment. We're working on Hammerlock's Monster Hunt DLC, whatever that's called. Probably finish that one up this week. And then once Fret gets his new computer, which he has ordered, then I'll probably be doing stuff with him on Thursdays as well, because he'll have a nice beefy computer that can play some of the games that we've wanted to play together that we haven't been able to because he just didn't have the computer to handle it. Um, but yeah, I do like the way it looks in the daytime. I think it looks awesome. I like the way it looks from a distance at night, but I don't like the way the torches are. Once the path tracing shader comes in, I'll probably give another gander. But it's something I can't stick with because I play on the newest snapshots. Oh man, the newest snapshot. I want to check out the bees. I read that they have honeybees now on the newest snapshot. I guess that'll be next week. But yeah, that is my day with shaders. So with that, click like if you like, subscribe so you can catch the next one. I will talk to you later.